All right, this video is mostly for my B-Day classes that are not going to be meeting on Friday, but can benefit, I guess, anybody who wants to do this. All right, you got this giant packet of stuff. You don't have to know all of it. Because of the time constraints that we have for this lesson, this will be the last thing that we do. You don't have to do all of it. I'm about to walk you through the things that you need to know. First of all, we've learned about prisms. What's the difference between a pyramid and a prism? Well, the number of bases. The pyramid has one base. Here it's this shape down here in the bottom, and the other base is a point. Okay, right? Here we got this, what is that, an octagon, hexagon, whatever that it is, that's the base, and the other base is a point, as opposed to a prism where there's two bases that are congruent on either side. They'll have a vertex, it'll have all these things that go along with it. The one thing that's mostly different about it is that there's more than one height, okay? I'm not going to end up asking you questions about this, but I do want you to hear this. There's two heights to this pyramid. There's the height of the pyramid itself from the base to the vertex, but then there's what's called the slant height, which is the height that goes along with the lateral faces here, like what we had of the lateral faces of a prism. So there's a slant height, which is not perpendicular to the base. It is perpendicular to that side. It's perpendicular with respect to that triangle. And then there's the height. When we talk about the height, we're talking about the height from the base to the vertex. That's going to be the height we're going to be using. But if we're going to use surface area and lateral area, we're going to talk about the slant height. I'm not going to end up asking you questions about the lateral area just because of not being able to have class. So we're going to skip this part right here, and then here's what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on this. I'm probably going to ask you to go watch a short video that demonstrates this. It'll be a very short video, but it's this. The volume of a pyramid is equal to 1/3 of the area of the base times the height. The volume of a prism is equal to base times height. It's as if the 1/3 is not there. So the difference between a pyramid and a prism is multiplied by 1/3. If you had, I would show you this in class, and this is the video that I'm going to want you to see shows this too. If I can get that figured out, 3 pyramids will fill up a prism that has all the same other dimensions. Okay, this formula right here is the one you're going to be using. All right, so here's an example. We're going to skip the lateral area and total area of this, find the volume of this pyramid. So it's 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. This is a square. We know it's a square because it's a regular pyramid. The bottom is a regular thing. So it's a square. You've got to find the area of a square times the height. The height is 12. So all we're going to do here is 1/3 times 10 squared. That's the area of the base times 12. That is all there is to it. 400 units cubed. Now this one, let me back this thing up. This one here, this is an equilateral triangle on the bottom of it. So we have to find the area of this equilateral triangle, which means we got to find not the height of the pyramid here, but the height of this guy. The height is going to be 4 square root of 3. Okay, that's the key difference. Now, a cone works all exactly the same way. The only thing that I'm going to ask that you learn is this. You see how it's the exact same thing? The volume of a cone is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Cones, pyramids work the exact same way. So if we have this example, the radius is 5, the height is 12. We've got to find the area of the base. Pi r squared is going to be 25 pi times the height. 100 pi units squared. I'll also will accept the decimal version of 100 pi units cubed. I said units squared, units cubed. Volume is cubed. Okay, so I'm only going to ask you to be doing volume. Now lastly, the only other thing that I'm going to want you to do other than the volume, 1/3 times the area of the base times the height, is the stuff with the sphere. These two formulas, the area of a sphere, the volume of a sphere. These are their own animals. But the formula for area is 4 times pi r squared. Pi r squared is the area of a circle. So 4 circles would cover a sphere of the same dimensions, which is kind of fascinating. And then the volume 4/3 pi r cubed. The example of the question are going to be like these right here. Find the area and volume of a sphere with radius 5. This is exactly what I want you to do. So how are you going to find the area? It's going to be 4. Let me get a pen. 4 times pi times 5 to the 3rd power. So it's 4 times pi times 5 times 5 times 5. 4 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 500 pi units squared. That is the, oh, I just did that totally wrong. Sorry. It's 4 pi r squared. So it's 4, this is the area. It's 4 times pi times 25. It's 100 pi units squared. The volume, this is what I got in my head, would be 4/3 times pi r cubed. So this is going to be 4/3 times, that the radius is 5, so that's 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. So it's 4 divided by 3 times 125 is 166.7 pi units cubed. Those are the types of questions you're going to be doing. Okay, thank you.